What is a strong ale?
It's strong.
Thanks.
It's got pecs and biceps. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Milwaukee Beer Review. As always, I'm Josh.
I'm Ross.
And tonight we have a brand new brewery on the channel. Now, I should say,
Brand new. We've done Toppling Goliath.
the only thing we've done from Toppling Goliath is a collaboration with Central Waters,
Okay, all right.
which was what beer?
Toppling Waters.
Toppling Waters, yes, which is up there on the shelf. We've not done anything else from Toppling Goliath on the channel. Really, really great brewery out of Decorah, Iowa. We love Iowa. I think it's a great state. Other than Jake, give or take.
I don't think he watches these, but yeah.
He probably doesn't. We're going to make sure he watches
Yeah.
this one, though. So Toppling Goliath.
He's not from Iowa.
I don't care. He's a huge Hawkeyes fan.
Okay, fair enough.
Screw
I
him.
just want to make sure we understand he's not from Iowa.
Screw him.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Toppling Goliath here. We're going to try out a couple of beers, both of which, actually, I acquired at Three Cellars here in Menominee Falls. So, the first one is a strong ale. Ross, do you want to tell us a little bit about this thing?
Yeah. I'm going to grab it because I have to reread it, but this is called Naughty Temple. So this is in strong ale aged in whiskey barrels, and this is from 2021. I know you mentioned that you saw this at Three Cellars. I've seen this actually at Ray's in Wauwatosa as well. So it's definitely something you see in the area. Toppling Goliath has a pretty big stronghold in this area, so a lot of their beers are available in quite a number of places. Did I say the ABV on this? 14.2%.
So it is a big beer. It is a very strong, very ale.
It's a very Milwaukee Beer Review beer for us. So
It's a little up there,
Yeah.
but it's solid. Yeah. If you noticed, as we poured these beers out, it was me pouring them because Ross was unable to get the wax top off this specific bottle. So we're going to get a little nose
I have no response.
on this strong ale and see what we think.
So I don't think we've done a strong ale in barrel-aged form on the channel yet.
I don't know about barrel-aged form. We've definitely done strong ales, but we've not done a barrel-aged one. And this smells very bourbon-y.
It's whiskey.
Is it? Well, it smells very whiskey
Yeah,
slash bourbon-y.
it's a very spirit-forward, I guess is the best way of saying.
It smells good.
We were joking around before we started shooting. We didn't really know what strong ale was. Josh just said it's strong, which doesn't help us at all, but it's not strong.
It was my left arm. That's all.
Okay.
Just saying. It smells really good.
No, it does.
Whiskey, a lot
yeah.
of sweetness. I think that's that typical strong malty.
I think it's the whiskey and the maltiness. I think it's
sure.
the two key
And this
notes.
is pretty fresh. I've acquired this in the last couple of months. It is a 2021, but this is a pretty fresh beer.
And this is one definitely barrel aged. I know I would look at I've seen this on sale before as an older version. This is one that they suggest you do drink as fresh as possible. It's not one they
Interesting.
want you to age. So.
Okay, fair enough. Well, let's try this thing.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. Ooh,
Oh, holy shit.
that is good.
That's so good.
Wow. Wow.
So
Almost like a brown sugar note to it.
brown sugar caramel flavor
Yeah.
to it. The whiskey's there, but it's not like a boozy, harsh, sharp whiskey. It's actually pretty smooth. I think the brown sugar, is actually perfect. I think there's a brown sugar. I was almost getting a caramel, but I think it's somewhere in between there.
Yeah.
All the way through, and somewhat like no, those are the two. I was gonna say molasses, but that kind of is in between.
There's a little bit of that. It mouthfeel on this is about a medium viscosity.
It drinks thicker than it looks.
It does. But as far as the profile, yeah, for sure. You get a little bit of whiskey up front, but then kind of that brown ale, like caramel note really kicks in very, very quickly. And that's what sticks around. Like the spirit is definitely a second fiddle on this, even though it is spirit barrel aged in whiskey. But it's there. It's there as a part of the palate, but it's buried. This is very drinkable.
It's really good.
For 14.2.
No, it's a dangerous one.
This is not spirit forward at all.
You kind of said like it sticks around. Like this is gonna sound like a weird description of this beer, but it's a sticky. It almost tastes. It tastes somewhat like breakfasty without having those breakfast notes to it.
Almost a little mapley, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really weird because
sure.
it wasn't what I was expecting at all. No, it's damn solid. I can't actually just like the brown sugar, the stickiness, the caramel, it's somewhere in there, and it's really hard to kind of explain what we were getting out of this one.
If you told me this was bourbon, I'd believe you. It's that smooth. It's that level of smooth. And that's what I was kind of getting on the nose too. Probably one of the better beers I've had recently.
This
to
is
be
fantastic.
honest. If I'm putting this one in
I'm really
Untappd,
curious what you say.
I'm going 4 1/4. I think this is a really freaking solid beer. This is really good. I'm not going to go pick a strong ale up off the shelf normally. This is one I would.
I'm going to actually agree. I'm going to say I was writing the same thing with a 4 1/4. It's a really strong 4 1/4.
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird to say, but we divide our rankings into quarters. This is right on the edge of being a 4.5 to 4 1/4 for me, but I think it's a 4 1/4. Really unique in the style, really unique in the flavoring, and to the point you brought up, which is perfect. It's for being a whiskey barrel beer. I would never guess this is whiskey barrel. So no, really well done. That's fantastic.
That's really, really good. All right, so up next we have a special release from Toppling Goliath. This is their Turmoil. So this is a bourbon barrel-aged stout. But this is their what?
I guess I always read it as term oil. Now when you say it like together, it's turmoil.
Welcome to now.
Yeah.
This is the s'mores version of Turmoil. So this is a bourbon barrel-aged stout with dark, rich, and creamy barrel-forward characters. So I don't know. That's what they say.
Turmoil.
They've got a nice little picture of a s'more on the front of this. So I'm guessing a little toastiness, a little sweetness from the marshmallow characters of this, maybe a little chocolate forward. I've not had this beer before in the past. A lot of people talk this thing up. It's a little hard to find.
I've seen it at Total Wine. I've seen it at discount.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap, and that's the thing. And that's the kicker here.
And for a 16-ounce can, I think it was like $20, something like that.
Yeah, I think a 4-pack was going around like $75, $80. And we've had some s'mores beers on the channel before, and if you guys have been watching us and following us enough, like I think s'mores beers has been kind of one of those like polarizing styles for us.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious in this one. The price point kind of scared me off. So
yeah, if there's a brewery I think that can do it, it's Toppling Goliath. So let's get a little nose on this thing.
Yeah.
See what we got.
Holy cow!
Oh my goodness, does that smell good?
It smells good.
It smells like marshmallows.
Yeah, there's the I get that graham kind of honeyness to it, but that marshmallow, that bitterness of the chocolate, it's really all there.
It smells like a s'more. It really
does.
There's even like a little campfire-ish note to it. Like,
holy cow!
Wow, that smells decadent.
And if you guys saw in our pour video, it poured really thick. Like this is one of the thicker beers you've had in a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow,
Well,
holy cow!
Like marshmallow is like just boom on the nose. Marshmallow and vanilla, like just
marshmallow's
boom.
the star, but the other flavor notes of a s'more are definitely there.
For sure,
so.
for sure. All right, let's check it out. Cheers. Whoa. Interesting.
All right, so up front for me, I get a lot of that graham characteristic, and the back end
Dry.
It's dry, and the back end I get that sweetness of the marshmallow. I get a little bitterness of the chocolate kind of there. That's as well. It's a full flavored s'mores beer, which is honestly I think the part of the problem when we've had s'mores beers in the past is they get one flavor really well done and they miss all the other notes. This is probably the first one I've had where I think they actually get all the flavor notes in there. And there's the chocolate, there's the marshmallow, there's the graham. It's all there.
It is.
It's really well done.
There's definitely that honey character there. You get the burnt, charred marshmallow note, kind of the sweet chocolate characters to it, and then it's very marshmallow. Like I have not had a beer yet that has hit the marshmallow characters as well as I think this one does. That's really well done. Really well done.
It's really good. One thing I'm asking, I'm curious. It's really well done. It's really good. Does it make sense for the price point it's at, though?
Depends on what you're comparing it to. Like if you're comparing it to the chocolate marshmallow black gold, which I think is
Our gold standard.
our gold standard, this is not that. It's not that far off from it though, and that's $30 a bottle, probably aftermarket, probably $40-$50 a bottle.
But you can get it for 20.
You can if you get in at the right time. I just found this sitting on the shelf, so this is solid.
No, it's really good.
What I wish it had a little bit more of is a little bit more bourbon character. I think the bourbon is there, but similar to the last beer, it's subdued. It's not prevalent on the palate. I wish that was there a little bit more. That being said, if you find this, if you see this on the shelf, I think it's worth $20 a can. If you are into barrel-aged beers, if you are into barrel-aged stouts, if you are into sweet dessert-style barrel-aged stouts, this is worth $20.
Okay.
If you're not, it isn't.
Okay. That's fair. Like I think we don't normally talk price point when it comes to beers. I think this one deserves that conversation because of the price point we're seeing it on the shelves. It's really good. I definitely think if you're a individual who likes to try different beers and likes to like expand your palate, this is definitely worth it. I still struggle with that price point though. I just do.
It's tough.
It's a tough price point. I'd say it's one of those like go with some friends. Go if you find a 4-pack, you find one sitting there, maybe split with some friends, and then you guys split it together, and that makes it more worth it. Because the taste and the flavor profile is definitely worth it.
It is.
Again, I really do struggle with the price point I'm seeing this one at.
And this one's a 13.8. So this is a share it with a friend. You're probably in pretty good shape for the night type beer.
So where are you putting this on Untappd?
I'm going 4 1/4 as well.
Yeah.
I think this is a really solid beer. I think I put Central Waters Black Gold, their marshmallow fudge cookie one, at like 4.75.
Yep.
This is not that, like I said, but I still think 4 1/4 is a really good score for this. I don't think you can go any less. It's a solid beer. It's really, really good.
I agree. I'm going to go right there with 4 1/4 as well, which makes it kind of boring that we agree. I'm going to say I like this one a lot. I did like the first one more, though.
The first one surprised me.
So I put them both at 4 1/4. I would give the slight edge to the Naughty Temple. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Toppling Goliath, first shot
so
here,
good.
Solo on the channel. Really close, vicinity here to Wisconsin, being out of Iowa. Have plans to get down there at some point here in the near future because very, very good things coming out of Toppling Goliath out of Iowa. So check us out on the rest of our social media channels. We are on Untappd. We are on Twitter. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram.
Yep.
We are also here on YouTube. So like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the rest of the content we're putting out, and we're putting out stuff weekly at this point. And we'll see all of you in a future episode.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.